Okay, I need to know what kind of crack they put in this movie that has me watching it over and over again and still not get tired of it. Feels like it was built to perfectly match my brain chemistry. Now I know it may sound like I'm exaggerating, like it can't be that good, right? But here's the thing. It's so rare for a movie to be this freaking perfect. There isn't a single scene that feels like filler because every moment matters. The shots all come together beautifully and the whole thing just hits my serotonin buttons all at once. And I figured exactly why I'm this obsessed the moment I realized this isn't just entertainment, it's a mirror. It's about us, about Gen Z, about the world we live in and the ways we're constantly trying to survive it. And I'm not saying that because it talks about trends, but because it feels like one. From the way it's edited, the humor, the pacing, the soundtrack, to the way phones, fandom, and friendship are shown, it captures perfectly the rhythm of our daily lives, how fast and overstimulating it all is. The difference is that here, it's not mocked. For once, a movie treats this digital reality as something beautiful, not fake. It's the little details that count, like how the phone screens are animated. You rarely see this done accurately in movies, instead of the usual awkward floating green screen bubbles. It's a form of visual empathy. And what I love is that the film doesn't judge us for the way we are. It doesn't say, look at these kids and their screens. It actually celebrates it. It's saying, I see the way you live, I understand it, and I'll show it as it really is. One of the most touching parts of the movie is how it portrays fandoms. The fans aren't just numbers or background noise. I love how they are shown with as much care as the stars. The movie never lets us forget that fame doesn't exist in a vacuum. There are real people behind the screens. And real people are emotional, messy, devoted, sometimes critical, but always connected. The scene where a girl says,
Apparently, she was a black sheep of her family.
isn't just a cute detail. It's the heart of what fandom is.
Yeah, she's our role model.
She's the best. Love her.
We're here for Zoe!
It's about finding a piece of yourself in someone else and feeling seen in a world that often ignores you. K-Pop Demon Hunters doesn't mock parasocial relationships. It shows why they matter. Because for Gen Z, those relationships are a survival mechanism. Huntrix wouldn't be Huntrix without their fandom. And that's maybe the biggest message of all. We all create culture together. We've built communities out of comment sections, found family in fandom spaces, we've learned to love through screens. And somehow, that still feels real. The movie honors that instead of ridiculing it. For once, we're not the punchline. Let's talk about the vibe of this movie because it's perfection. The way the characters dress feels intimate. The best part is that you can almost feel the fabric. Just look at the details in here, for example. The outfits are exactly what we wear. Their clothes go from cozy to stylish, which mirrors exactly the comfort-based fashion of Gen Z. Even outside their stage costumes, the girls look like people would actually know. And don't even get me started on the food. I've always been obsessed with how food looks in animation. I remember when I was younger, I'd go on Pinterest and look up food scenes from Ghibli movies, like just sit there staring at a bowl of ramen on my phone for way too long. I don't know what that says about me, but yeah.
You guys would tell me if I was really like that, right?
There's just something so comforting about it. And this movie gives me exactly that feeling again. Everything looks so warm and real, like you can practically taste it. Everything looks delicious and oddly familiar. I love how food in this movie isn't some background detail. It's emotional world building. The eating scenes feel like an invitation to sit down and eat with them. There's something so wholesome about it. And that's what convinces me that the movie understands something that so many others miss. Gen Z craves comfort, not fake perfection, just softness, warmth, beauty in the little things. And that's exactly what this film gives us over and over. And if the food didn't already win me over, the humor definitely does. The humor in this movie is perfectly Gen Z, sarcastic and slightly depressive. When Bobby says,
Okay, I can handle this. I'm not having a nervous breakdown.
while clearly having one, Or when Mira goes,
Sorry, Bobby. We already have plans.
What? What plans?
We got the hottest ticket in town.
To our couch. Couch.
that's exactly how we talk. It's that mix of exhaustion and irony where everything's kind of a joke, but also not. I mean, we laugh at the void because that's easier than crying. Like, yeah, we're burnt out, we're overwhelmed, but if we can't laugh at it, what else can we do? The movie captures that tone so naturally that it almost feels improvised, like it came straight out of a group chat or something.
Oh yeah.
Totally gonna
That's
work.
Totally gonna
100%.
It doesn't over-explain the jokes, it just lets them land. And that self-awareness, that's what makes it feel so alive.
They're too strong.
I understand.
You do?
I understand. You are weak.
But under all that humor, there's pain. There's the scene where Celine goes,
So I did my best to accept you and help you.
and Rumi replies,
Don't you get it? This is what I am. Why couldn't you love me? I do. All of me.
This is one of the most powerful lines in the entire film, because that's literally the Gen Z experience in one line. We've been raised in a world that tells us to filter everything, to only show the good parts and to hide the cracks. But the truth is, we're all a little broken. We're all fighting something. It's not just about demons, it's about mental illness, insecurity, and identity. The demons and the patterns, in a way, represent everything society wants Gen Z to hide. Their depression, their anxiety, their rage, their queerness, their nonconformity. And when the girls finally defeat Grima and Rumi's markings turn from purple to white, it's not about purity, it's about healing. The marks become a symbol of strength, not shame. And okay, this part actually made me emotional. I saw these comments on TikTok from a mom who said she watched the movie with her little girl and her daughter has complex medical needs with a lot of surgical scars. And after the movie, the little girl started looking at all her scars, saying she felt strong and powerful, just like Rumi. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not crying, you're crying. But this is just to show the level that this movie operates on. It's not just cute or empowering in theory, it actually makes kids see power in the very things they were taught to hide. That's what makes K-pop Demon Hunters revolutionary. It's not just about killing monsters, it's about making peace with the monsters inside you. Another thing that makes K-pop Demon Hunters so fun is how it embraces Korean culture and plays with not only K-pop aesthetics, but also K-drama tropes. From the slow motion, almost kiss moments and dramatic wrist grabs to the enemies to lovers tension, it knows exactly what it's doing. It's all there, but done with humor and affection. It's like the movie saying, yeah, we know these things are cliche, but they're ours and they're fun. It lets Gen Z laugh at what they love without having to destroy it, and that's rare. And another thing that is just so accurate and honestly feels amazing to see on screen is how the movie portrays Korean fandom and idol life. We get concerts, variety shows, award ceremonies, all the things that actually happen in real life, but also the little details of daily life. The ajumas, the bathhouses, the crowded subways. These are things you almost never see in a global animated movie. And here they're portrayed so beautifully and so authentically. It's groundbreaking. You can feel the culture, the rhythm, the everyday life, and it makes the world of the movie feel alive in a way I've never seen before. Watching it is just so validating and addictive. And we have to talk about the animation because it's wild how far Sony Animation went with this. They really outdid themselves here. They did their own thing by daring to break away from Disney's formula and went for something bold, expressiveness. The exaggerated facial movements, the saturated colors, the kinetic energy. It's experimental, and although it was a risky move, it paid off. Every frame feels alive in a way that just grabs you. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen, not once. Disney would never do something like this. They would say, it's too weird, it's too different. But creativity is different. And K-Pop Demon Hunters proves that new generations want art that breathes, not art that's perfectly safe. While I was watching it, all I kept thinking was, yes, this is the kind of visual storytelling that reminds you why you even love movies in the first place. Every fight scene or choreography feels like an emotional release. And since it's girls fighting instead of men, there's something extra powerful about it, without apology. It's feminine rage, finally animated with the same intensity usually reserved for male heroes. It's everything we've been waiting for. And let's talk about the metaphor at the core of all this: the demons. The movie might look like a flashy musical action film, but underneath, it's deeply political. Because these demons are not just supernatural villains, they are the corrupted people who run the world, the ones who feed on fear, greed, and power, represent all the systems that keep us small and scared. And who fights them? A group of Gen Z girls with microphones and music. That's kind of perfect, isn't it? Because that's exactly how Gen Z fights back in real life. With art, with creativity, with community. We protest with memes. We expose corruption with TikToks and turn pain into aesthetics. We make rebellion beautiful. And K-Pop Demon Hunters embodies that spirit completely. So, why are we all so drawn to K-Pop Demon Hunters? Because for once, something didn't talk about us, it talked to us. It's the first film that doesn't treat our culture as something to fix or ridicule. It treats it as something worth celebrating and worth understanding. It didn't portray Gen Z as lazy or lost or chronically online. It showed us as we really are. Messy, anxious, funny, creative, self-aware, hopeful, scared, all at once. It understands that our generation grew up surrounded by chaos. Social media, climate crisis, instability, and somehow we still made art out of it. We still found beauty in it. It's a love letter to a generation that's been told it's too online, too emotional, too weird, too broken, too this, too that. And it says, no, you're just alive in a new kind of world. And that's the real magic of this movie. It tells us that maybe we don't have to fight our demons by erasing them. Maybe we just need to dance with them instead. Okay, that's enough of me losing my mind over animated K-pop demon girls. Anyway, if you made it this far, you get me. If you love this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And honestly, I just want to keep talking about movies that make us feel alive. So, more to come. Thanks for watching. Bye!